Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Evan Daly YouTube video. I will be your host this evening, Evan Daly, back with a mustache and a fever. So today, we've got some goodies. We got a little haul right here. We got some fresh E85, some fresh VR1, a fresh Wix filter, and a slightly expired tag. That's not what we're worried about today. I've been to the DMV like once. It feels like more than once. I've been to the DMV once trying to fix my tag problem, but apparently you can't renew your registration when you have a suspended license, whatever that means. You need a license to drive, but good thing you don't need a license to travel. So that's what we're gonna be doing in the 240 here. 240 Sovereign. It's been a little bit since I went driving. I haven't driven the 240 since November, and it's February now. So I'm itching real bad. I've been itching real bad to drive old girl. It's been a minute. Life gets hard sometimes, and it has definitely been hard recently. So we need a little bit of, why am I underexposed? We need a little bit of 1J therapy, you know? And instead of sulking and being sad, I thought I'd transmute my hard times into some entertainment for you guys. So that's what we're doing. Start this video off. We need to do an oil change on old girl to make sure she's ready for this weekend. We got a After Dark coming up this weekend, so we're gonna go hit that at OSW. You know what I say, a fever and expired registration can't stop you from doing what you love. You can't let anything stop you for that matter. So we're going. First up on the list of things we gotta do, gotta get this oil changed. Now, yikes. No. I'm gonna scratch my scratch paint. Dang, world's strongest zip tie. Definitely isn't from Harbor Freight, because those things break if you look at them wrong. Oy. What did I just drop? It's already almost time for another refresh. I feel like we just refreshed this thing, but the front bumper paint's already getting cooked. Thanks. Next refresh we do, I think I want to save the refresh for when we get a new kit. I want to get new over fenders that are a bit wider, particularly in the back. These rear over fenders are not wide enough for me to be as low as I want, and also have a good alignment and tire wear. So rear over fenders, probably whole new kit, because I kind of want to try out a different kit. New hood, definitely want a new hood. I'm tired of this jank hood. And probably some new front fenders as well. But who knows? Refresh coming maybe soon, depending on circumstances. I like when I hear everything about the car creaking when I'm jacking it up. That's how you know it's a good S chassis, and that it's never been in any wrecks. Funnily enough, I always had trouble finding what filter to use for this car, because it has a relocation kit, and it is a 1J, but I found out it has an SR20 oil filter for some reason. I think Kyle, the previous owner, just kept the SR oil filter kit. So yeah, if you guys were ever wanting to change my oil filter for me, I wear a size SR20. Oh no, my light broke. That's not ideal. It's a good light. What the hell? What is going on here? My light just disassembled itself. Oh no. This is not going to plan. as most things do. Maybe a little duct tape. Yeah, there we go. Good as new. Bang. Now we can proceed with our oil change. Do you guys see the problem down here? Because I certainly do. The problem is this golden drain plug. I won't name the brand of what this drain plug is, but just know it rhymes with ISR. If you guys have any car, I would really recommend using the OEM drain plug. I have this because this is all I have and I didn't really want to buy an OEM one, but this aluminum one, though it is magnetic, I've broken one of them before because it's like a cheaper aluminum, and any benefit you get from having the magnet at the end are vastly outweighed by the stress it will cause you if you have one of these break off in your oil pan like I did. So don't be like me, just use an OEM drain plug. You don't need the magnet. If you have that much metal in your engine anyway, you got bigger problems than a magnet's gonna solve. Set this guy somewhere where I'll lose it. Right there. Now, let's check out this oil. The oil does look very clear, but since this car is on E85, I would recommend anybody running a car with E85, or any drift car for that matter, just change your oil every event. Don't even play around with trying to save oil. It's not worth it. The E85, since it has so much water in it, it can seep through the cylinders and get in the cylinders and whatnot, and permeate through the oil, and it will dilute your oil, making it less viscous, which is exactly what you don't want on a drift car that's seeing quite high oil temps. I can never tell when this is done filling. It's a bit of a strange process using these. You just gotta hope you don't spill it all over your paint. Oh! What did I just say? Oh no, major overfull. Big old spill. Dang it. Oh, my eyes are burning. Oh. I literally started thinking to myself, wow, it sounds kind of full right now, and then it overfilled. Oh, I got a bit of a mess. Good thing it's E85 though. If this was gasoline, that would be disgusting. Oh, my poor kit. Yikes. If this was gasoline, I'd be terrified. Should I create a fuel fire right now? Kinda want to. No, I'm gonna freaking catch my hand on fire. That's such a bad idea. I'm literally covered in E85 right now. Why would you guys let me do that? Literally, what the hell? If you guys get me to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll shave my head. No, 100,000. If you guys, because I feel like 50 is completely within possibility. If you guys get me to 100,000 by the end of the year, I'll shave my head bald. Yeah, I'm not lighting this on fire because I'm gonna get hurt, and it's already mostly evaporated. Bad idea. We're back on GoPro now just because my iPhone is always out of storage now for some reason. I'm super pale. Holy. Get me out of the sun. And also, my license isn't suspended anymore. It was suspended for like some red light camera ticket back in September. So I was driving around with a suspended license for almost 6 months and I had no idea. But it's fixed now. I paid the ticket. It was $300 for a red light camera. Just let me run red lights in peace. What the hell? Whoa. I might as well just use my GoPro head mount as intended and wear it as a head mount at this point. Dang, dude. Who put this oil filter on? The Hulk? Whoever did it must be strong and handsome. That thing is on there tight. Slight mess. When you're replacing oil filters, it's always a good idea to prime your new oil filter with some oil. The way that this oil relocation kit works, you cannot fill the new filter with oil because the filter goes on upside down. So you gotta just like put it on there and cross your fingers. But what I do is I usually just like turn the motor over for a little bit on the starter without starting it, in order to just get a little oil flowing. And also remember to lubricate your O-ring, because if you don't, it will break. I've broken an O-ring before and it's a little bit scary. I just use the old oil to lubricate it, because this oil is like so clean. I only drove one event on this oil, so it's still like awfully clean. You gotta tighten it so you're not paranoid. Over tighten it so you're not paranoid. I have a fear of my oil filter. No, I don't. I have no fears. I forget sometimes that I'm fearless. It's not easy always being fearless, except for the fact that it is very easy because it's natural. And all I do is act naturally. Dude, this car is filthy. Having the tubs cut out like this gets so much dirt over here, on top of having a leaky oil filter housing. It just creates like this awful sludge of road debris and oil. I clean this out every time I change the oil and it's always absolutely disgusting. Oh, my poor foot. I'm dumping it all on my foot. Who leaves their car like this? This is no way to treat an A-class vehicle. It's been like 20 minutes. Hopefully this oil is done draining. That's the thing about 2050 VR1, is it takes forever to drain. Let us see. Are we still leaking? It's still dribbling. I'm gonna let it. You know what? Yes, that's good enough. This is the most annoying part about a magnetic drain plug, is trying to put it back in without touching everything with the magnet. Oh, nice. My oil pan is slightly bent, so sometimes it's hard to get the drain bolt back in straight without threat of cross-threading. Dang it, dude, this oil catch thing sucks. I got oil everywhere. Absolutely do not over torque an aluminum magnetic drain plug because it will break. There's a very fine line, and I think we're right on it. You know what? We're right below it. Now we're right on it. I thought I was gonna sneeze. False alarm. I'm really feeling the sick now. After doing that oil change, that really brought the sick out of me. Not feeling good, guys. Time for a NASCAR drop. You guys know we don't use funnels around here. Why is the VR1 hermetically sealed now? When did they start doing that? Or have I just been getting bunk VR1 this whole time? Liquid gold. I'm so hungry I could eat VR1. Yeah, I'm kind of a pro at this. It's only my 900th oil change on this car. I used to have a fear of oil changes. I don't know why. It's like, it used to stress me out so much because the oil is such a critical part of the vehicle. It used to stress me out and scare me so much just to do an oil change. But I've done them so many times now, it's become like second nature. Which just goes to show that any fear that you guys have in your life, once you face it, it ceases to be a fear. The fear is only in your mind. The VR1 is only in your mind, guys. Only a slight spill. That's the thing with 1Js. You do a slight oil spill when you're filling them up, and then you give her once down, a wipe down. Get oil down that valve cover. It keeps that shine, keeps that nice VR1 shine on your valve cover. Imported from Japan. Also, before you guys ever go to a drift event or any track day for that matter, make sure you check all your fluids. It's better to check them when you're at home than get to the track and realize they're low. Water is good. Let's check the power steering. We used to have a power steering leak, but it seems to have fixed itself, which I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of, whoa! That looked weird on camera. The camera like distorted. There we go. Yeah, we had a pretty serious power steering leak. It was leaking out about a quart every 2 weeks, and it has now fixed itself, which is great. There's nothing better than that. Okay. Fluids are all good. Now we must do an alignment. I'm pretty sure the current alignment that we have on it is a little more than a ½ inch of toe out. Which feels good for chasing, but in the lead, I was coming into the problem of the car wanting to unwind from angle a little bit. It was wanting to... So the way toe works, from my understanding, when you have toe out, which is when the... All right, everyone sit down, I'm going to school. So when your front wheels are toed out, this would be zero toe. You are the front of the car, I'm the back of the car. When the wheels are toed out, it means the front wheels are like this, pointing away from each other. And what that does is it gives you a bit of Ackerman when you're turning. So when you turn one way, you have to turn to a certain point, and the trailing wheel becomes straight. And what you don't want is toe in, because when you're doing that, the trailing wheel will be turned more than the leading wheel, which will make the car want to rotate and want to continue adding angle. What you do want in a drift car is a bit of toe out to add Ackerman, so the leading wheel has more steering angle than the trailing wheel. You want the trailing wheel to drag a little bit, and what that does, especially on an S chassis, is S chassis and Mustang are the only chassis I've drifted, and this is the case on both of them. What it does is when you have more toe out or more Ackerman, it makes the arc of the line that your car is drawing more shallow. It promotes more shallow angle, so you can huck it harder, and it will make the car want to over rotate less, and it'll give you more control. In my opinion, better steering wheel feel at shallow angle. If you have not enough toe out, it can feel a bit snappy and jerky at low angle, and it can feel like it wants to get stuck at high angle if you're at high angle. But with the amount of toe out I have, when it gets to high angle, it makes the car want to come back to straighten. And so what that allows you to do is add more throttle when you're at high angle, and instead of that making the car want to spin, it combats the front of the car wanting to straighten. So what you get is a fast arc where you get to use a lot of throttle, but also a safe arc so it isn't wanting to spin. I have a bit too much toe out, I think, because when I was doing lead runs, I kept coming up shallow, and I kept having to I kept under-driving the car. The car kept wanting to draw a shallow angle, and it made my leads a bit awkward, but it felt really good in the chase. I had a ton of car control in the chase. I could I could shallow angle follow, I could shallow up to catch people, I could throw angle to slow down, and it felt amazing in the chase, but my leads did suffer from it. I'm going to take a little bit of toe out away from it, toe the wheels in a little bit more, but still be about a ½ inch of toe out. I think I'm slightly above that, so. Enough yapping. Let's check the toes. When using toe plates, you just put the toe plates evenly on the front wheels, and you use tape measures to measure the difference between the front and the back of the wheel, and that will tell you what your toe is. To the front, we have 76 3/4, and in the rear we have 76 3/8. Oh, so we have less than ½ inch of toe out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave it then. So we have 3/8 inch toe out in the front, which is less than ½ inch. I thought we had 5/8 inch toe out, but I must have already changed it. So we're leaving the alignment. 3/8 inch toe out in the front is about what I wanted. So looks like we're done with that. Easy. I'm always so amazed with how easily this car rolls when it doesn't have a stuck brake caliper. I was driving around with a stuck hydro caliper for like the first 2 years of ownership of this car, and now that I don't have a stuck caliper, it's like a whole new world. Like I can just push the car. It's so nice. But we have 2 more things to do before the drift event. Number 1, we have to put air in the front tires. The front tires I use are Pajero 08Rs, which is a very grippy compound. I really like the fronts. I'll be honest, I really just got these because my favorite drivers use them. The N style guys at Mahon, they all run these fronts, and they're my favorite drivers. So I was marketed into buying these. But also, having a grippy front compound, from what I understand, it gives you a more consistent grip range. So if you have like a harder compound front, your slip of the front tire is not going to be as consistent as a grippier compound. But the problem with running a grippy compound front is it makes the car want to rotate around the front too much, which can cause you to spin out. So the trick around that is running a lot of PSI in the front tires. The sweet spot I found is 65 PSI in my fronts. And what that does is it gives me, when I want to throw like a big entry or something, or when I'm at big angle, it allows the front to scrub safely, but it also gives me consistent grip. And the fronts don't just like disappear out of nowhere. They feel very consistent. When I ran like an all-season front tire, while I was able to throw like big entries and scrub the fronts very easily, when I wanted the front grip, like in a chase or something, I was more prone to understeer. And these Pajero 08Rs, I don't really come into that issue in the chase. They allow me to do like big cool entries, but also have a lot of control of the front of the car. I look like a ghost, dude. I swear it's because I have a fever. I'm not actually this pale. I promise. But yeah, we got to fill up the fronts to 65 PSI and also give her a wash because she's filthy. I haven't washed this since I don't know, honestly, probably like September or something. And we have something on it. I think that something is pollen. You're next, but not today. I don't have time for all that. And that is one drift ready 240 if I've ever seen it. For those of you with a vented hood like this and a JZ, when you wash your car, make sure you put a plastic bag or something over your valley cover, because water seeps in through here, and if you get water in your valley cover, it's gonna go in the coil packs and cause a misfire. I just got water all over everything. But yeah, when I first got this car, I washed it and I got a bunch of water in the valley cover, and then it caused a misfire. So cover up. I don't have a tire pressure gauge that goes up to 65 psi, and my air pump doesn't have a gauge on it, so I'm doing this the goofiest way possible. I'm checking tire pressure with the bike pump. With that guy right there, 65. So I'm checking tire pressure with the bike pump and then filling with the regulator thing. I feel like I'm doing a science experiment. We need more pressure on the regulator. 90? I don't want 90 psi on my tires. What the hell is happening? I'm gonna blow up or something. It went up to 62. You're lying. I'm like, Jesus. It scared me. Bang. Almost on the money. All right, it is drift day. We got the pick 'em up truck all loaded up. Bringing the toolbox, jack stands, and only one pair of Kenda scrubs. These guys are like half used, but with the new wheel speed and with how light this car is, it doesn't use too much tire now. So this should be plenty for just a public day like today. But it is also scorching hot out. If you guys didn't know, there's actually a hole in the ozone layer directly. There's a hole in the ozone layer directly over OSW. So whenever it's hot out, if you're at OSW, it's just 10 times hotter. And it's like, I don't know what, I think it's winter still, but it's like 90 degrees out and extremely sunny. So we're gonna be cooking today. Work truck ready for work. We made it. Getting to the track is always the most stressful part for me. I try not to let it affect me, but I'm always filled with anxiety when getting the car ready to drive to the track. I always get a bit of anxiety before going to the track. I get like the pre-track jitters. I always am like, you know, is it really worth it to go? But once I get here, I'm always very happy that I made it and that I pushed through. And I'm happy to be here. There we are, getting in the tech line. I tried to like speed run over here and get here before anyone else, but it looks like everyone else did the same thing. But this event is like really small today, which is good for seat time. There's like nobody here because this event was originally planned to be a comp, but they didn't get the comp sorted in time, so looks like it's just gonna be an after dark. Look at the sunset. That's a beautiful thing right there. Is that Sean? That's a beautiful thing right there. All right, we passed tech, and I fixed my weird voltage issue. It dropped from 13.9 to 13 volts on the way here, and I think it's because this was like completely loose. So we've tightened down the battery terminal again from when the battery flew across the trunk.
It's a skill issue.
Battery skill issue. So they're doing the original spring brake bash layout with like the normal front half, then the Manji, but they don't have the I'll let this guy do the talking for me. have the extra part here that really eats tires, because when you're coming through the Manji fast and then it goes into the 180, that's the part that really destroys tires. So we'll probably be having plenty of tire for tonight with this layout. All right, let's see if that fixed our voltage issue. Well, it's not on, so. 13.6. All right, yeah, this seems to have fixed it, because it got down to 13.0 earlier. All right, yes, voltage is better, and we are ready. The Renault-Weenies are ready for our first lap. All right, here we go. First lap time. I'm happy to be back. We're just gonna take it easy and get a nice warm up because I haven't been driving much recently. Feels pretty good. The front is very cold, so we might need to warm up the front. I think the fronts need to warm up because they were understeering a decent amount. They're also at about 65. I don't know if they actually went to 65 because of my measuring system. This thing keeps so cool, I keep having to turn my fan off so it doesn't get too cold because we're already at 172. The thermostat delete did wonders for this 1J. I'm way hotter than the car. Go.
Close the gap.
Now I gotta get my leads back. The problem with nighttime events is I literally cannot see the track. I'm doing it by like memory for the most part. There's two like orbs in the sky over there, or planes. I thought I was gonna spin. I threw it major backwards. I love this car. I don't need to be trying backies on my third lap. That was so fun though. That got my heart going. I hear the new intake. The new dose pipe sounds so cool. Every time I let off, it's like zero, zero. Sounds like I got a laser in the hood or something. Yeah, look, there's like these two orbs have been sitting there. Oh, one just went away. Kind of. My camera won't focus. I thought they were planes, but they're just sitting there. What the hell? First alien sighting at OSW. My camera don't work. Oh, the two orbs are back now that I stopped filming them. so much fun, guys. It makes me happy to lead.
Get up a little. What's he saying?
He wants to get in front. Hey! Move! Lucky I don't have a horn. Put the gap on Jeremy with that one. Wait. Pull this down. Gave her the beans on that run. You see me throwing them backies?
Yeah.
I was getting stanky out there.
Yeah, I saw it.
What time is it?
Lazy time.
Dang it, dude. Look at all that E85 I spilled on my paint. Looks like crap. But the class that's out right now is going so slow, they just told us it's open grid. So the Runaweenies are going back on a mission early. I'm refueled and I'm ready to chase. I did my leads for the night. Now it's Brandon's turn to do leads. And he told me I can get his passenger door because it's already been messed up a little bit, so I'm going for it. I sucked the glizzy down too fast.
Yeah. Way too fast. And nailed it.
Maybe another one would balance it out.
That's crazy.
A second glizzy might balance it out.
Maybe.
Jeremy better be on it because I'm going to be on it. To get out of leading. What a shyster. Should have rear-ended him. Damn, line's long as hell.
It's an open grid, baby.
Why would they do this? They ruined it.
I know, they did.
Now we can't hot lap. We're going big old train, I guess.
felt it.
What the hell?
I felt it.
No! His car was smoking a lot.
Yeah. My bad, but my phone was like here the entire time.
Is Mike's Garrett still there? That was sketchy and not fun.
Yeah.
Alright. Jeremy's flashing me. What? I have a cone apparently. Oh, I have a cone.
Where?
Will you turn my wheel to the left? Damn it, Brandon. He played me.
Is it broken?
That's good. Brandon played me. As soon as he turned away, the cone just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. I heard it.
Damn it. So backwards, my hands got lost.
That was a good run.
that was scary. Bro, I don't even want to see the GoPro footage of what I just did. My hands were like...
Oh, really?
Oh, I gotta piss.
Right here.
Oh no. My nice paint. Dude, my magnet mod saved my fender, I think, because it just unmagneted instead of like breaking the whole fender and skirt. Oh my goodness. That was sketchy. Your car's cool as hell too. Thank you, brother. laps.
That's good. Yeah, you never say it's your last one.
Nope.
That's bad luck.
All right, we're done. Down. Hey! Hey! All right, we're calling it quits on that lap. It started getting sketchy out there. Got the adrenaline pumping. My tires are getting greasy. I could not keep up with Brandon on his 235s. He's being quick. And the only damage from this event is this guy right here. We just lost a zip tie on here. But luckily we got the magnet mod. Oh, we broke the self-tapper too, dang. Oh no, the self-tapper ripped out of the freaking skirt. That sucks. What a rig. We're riding with Brandon now. I still have the itch, but I already said last lap, so I can't drive anymore.
Oh, you cursed it.
Yeah.
How much time do we have? Damn. Don't
4 minutes.
Don't say the words.
I won't, brother.
Cursed words.
Is this thing tuned?
Yeah.
It's so rich, bro.
I know, it's rich as fuck.
You're shooting massive flames
But
on diesel.
It's safe though.
That is true, until you freaking wash your cylinders out with fuel. I think it's because you have such low wheel speed. It's just like right in the exact slip speed you need to be fast. All right, and we are all packed up and ready to go home. I'm so surprised that the tires lasted this long. I think they've been to so many events, they're like heat cycled and getting like hard and weird and not like getting worn properly because they didn't have much grip, and I used like absolutely no tire today. Run a weenie lineup check.
We're missing one though. Yeah, we're missing one. Including you too.
Pretend Jeremy's here. I'm not in the run a weenies.
No, we put it in the wrong spot.
I'm part of a legal tender drift team. That's why that's on the front. I put my runaway on the wrong side. All right, and we made it home. I'm so tired though. It's 1 a.m. There's no chance I'm unloading this tonight, so I'm going to bed now. Good night, guys. Love you. Bye. Wait, bonus content alert. So, I have acquired a new truck. This is my Orbea. It is a full carbon frame. This thing is so cool. The whole bike itself is fully carbon, even down to the forks. It has forged carbon crank, which is insane. I've never seen this on a bike. Carbon frame here, front carbon forks, carbon headset. The whole bike weighs like 15 pounds. Like, this bike is insanely light. Let's see if I can watch me drop this on my Mustang. Yeah, this thing, mind my shirt, but yeah, this bike is insanely light. There's just one problem. Actually, I lied. There's two problems. So, first problem is the pedals. It has the pedals for shoe clips, and since I'm not a goober, I don't have shoe clips. And I don't plan on getting them because I don't plan on becoming a goober anytime soon. But luckily, we have Gary over here. This is my Gary Fisher bike. It's a slightly smaller frame, and it's an aluminum frame. Let me see. Yeah, this one's light. but it is not nearly as light as my Orbea. But it does have a much cooler paint scheme. Here's my Gary Fisher. Here's my Orbea. Unfortunately for the Gary Fisher, it is temporarily out of commission. But fortunately for me, it has normal pedals with straps, which I prefer. So it looks like we're going to be using Gary as a parts bike, and I'm gonna put my pedals from Gary onto my Orbea because I want to ride this thing tomorrow. I have a weekly ride coming up tomorrow with my friend, namely Harris. And yeah, I need to get this thing ready because, oh, hello Nella, welcome to the show. Every week there's a UCF bike club that goes out, and Harris always beats me in the sprint for the bike club, but not today. I'm paying to win. I have an ultralight bike, and I'm gonna beat Harris in the sprint now. But there's also another problem with my Orbea. It's this seat post. This seat post is down as far as it goes, and it's still a bit too tall for me since I'm a 5'3", 36-year-old. So we're gonna have to take that out and get creative with a shortening procedure on how to shorten that seat post so I can sit on it and get old girl ready for the races tomorrow. But check this out. This bike is so cool. The wheels on it are really sick. Yeah, they're aluminum wheels. They're not carbon wheels. This is what they are for any of you bike folk out there interested. But check out the detail. Carbon inner barrels on the wheels too. It is a scratch and dent special though. It's a bit older. Some of the carbon could use a re-clear, but we're not too worried about that. We're worried about speed and performance, not looks. We got the Peugeot and the Gary for look. Honestly, Gary's kind of beat. He doesn't have any bar tape anymore. No bar tape on Gary. He's missing a cover here. He's been in a couple crashes, but the seat has had quite a few fart miles on it. But this was all reliable. Not really. This bike was fun for a while. The Peugeot is my day one still. But sun is setting. Oh, excuse me, Mustang. Sun is setting over my Mustang, so we must be swift about this before we run out of light. Dang it, looks like I'm being forced to unload the 240 now. Sorry I have shoes on, guys. I just ran 10 miles and my feet hurt too bad to be barefoot right now. I'll be barefoot in the next episode, I promise. Dang it. Come on, I need to get my toolbox. Just smacked the hell out of my door. Oh, jeez. This thing is beat. All right, toolbox acquired. Oh, don't tell me my wrenches don't fit in here. Oh. My wrenches are just too fat to fit in there. I don't know how I'm gonna get these pedals off if I can't get a wrench in here. All right, excuse me now. I've gotten an array of tools that get progressively more desperate if this doesn't fit. No, you can't help right now, I'm sorry. Oh, this one fits nice. I don't know if these are reverse thread or normal thread. Oh, alright, it might be reverse thread. Alright, I need to call for backup. Alright, so Bike Tech Harris has informed me that it probably is reverse thread. After a lot of fighting with this crank and gouging the hell out of it, I think I've gotten one of the pedals off. I hate using the wrong tool for a job. It literally makes it so much harder than it needs to be. And I've utterly destroyed this crank. I've gouged it so deeply, it looks quite bad. One sunset later, and I have one pedal removed. I had to resort to needle nose vice grips. Silly enough. But luckily the Orbea is Allen key operated, so we won't have so much trouble. All right, Orbea, be nice to me. What do we got here? It's an 8. Jesus. It's not being nice. Not playing games. I made a breaker bar. Dude. Oh my goodness. Why is it so tight? Bikes don't see more than like 30 foot-pounds of torque ever. Why is everything so tight on bikes? Unnecessary. God, bikes are more frustrating to work on than cars. Never had fun working on a bike. Ugh. That's gonna break, dude. I'm gonna break something before that comes off. All right. I think I've fallen victim to reverse thread again. Yeah, I did. All right, false alarm. I have once again, I've fallen victim to reverse thread twice now tonight. All right. Goober pedal deleted. Now let's hope my ugly pedal fits. Oh, money. We're in business. Fits nice. This pedal is bringing the property value down of this bike by a lot. Alright. I'm not really going to over tighten this because I'm not interested in ruining my forged carbon crank. If the pedal falls off, the pedal falls off. It's reverse thread for a reason. If there is a good thing about not having the right tool for the job, if anything, it makes you creative. Look what I got going on here. I think I finally broke this pedal off. I put so much torque on this needle vice grip, I stripped it and I broke it, so this isn't working anymore. So what I've done, I got a couple Allen heads in here and a big vice grip, and I think I just broke it loose. Oh, yes, I did. Dude, I'm a genius, bro. My genius scares me sometimes. There we go. Now we can finish the job with the needle nose. Bang. There we go. All right, now let's see if our seat is actually bottomed out or if we can lower it a little more. Dude, I'm on it tonight. I got the correct Allen key first try. That's awful. Oh no, I see the problem. It's because of the curve it has in the post. That's bottomed out. Cutting it isn't going to do anything. Ah! More work. We might have to take the seat post off the Gary Fisher. Why are bikes so difficult, dude? 240s are way more fun. I take it back. No, they're not. I'm getting WD-40. Dude, get off. Knock it off. cops are coming. Luckily, the Gary Fisher seat post came out quite easily. Isn't that right, Nella? I found out why Gary's seat post came off so easily. It's covered in anti-seize, which I am now covered in, and all of my belongings are now covered in. Round 2. Oy. Oh my goodness, this is a giant. Dude, who is this tall? When is... Hang on. When is a seat post this big ever necessary? This is ridiculous. When would anybody ever need to be this high up on their bike? It's still going. Yeah, this is absurd. I'm pissed off now. Thompson Elite, you suck. All right, I'm gonna swap the seats and posts now, and then we will be done. All right, now we can apply the seat. Nice, now it's like normal. Since I am 5'3", I have to keep my seat kind of low. Bit low. I would go test drive it right now, but I live on quite a perilous road and it's dark and I'm in my slippers. Oh yeah, that's perfect. You want your leg to be pretty much fully extended. Honestly, I gotta go a little bit higher so I don't get knee pain. If your seat is too low, it can cause a lot of friction in your knee and give you painful knees. Yeah, that's perfect. And we'll leave it there. Let's see if I got a track stand in me. Oh, I don't. Alright guys, that'll do it for today. Gary's in a little bit of a worse shape, but I'm gonna put him together. And that'll do it for today's extra content. For today's bonus content. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Love you. Bye.